Hello everyone, this is IamStereotype, and today I'm going to be going over the Among Us Iceberg. This video's files got corrupted, so I'm recording it again. This is a good old fun time. Let's jump right in. First up, we have the Crewmates skeletons. So when you see a Crewmates skeleton, you can see that it's only just one bone attached to their corpse. But who knows, maybe under that they have some sort of skull, maybe they have some sort of leg bones, we might really never know. They could just be one bone, let's be honest. There is no decontamination on the skull. This one's actually pretty easy to understand. Decontamination always comes before some sort of laboratory, as seen here, such as the specimen container on Polis, for example. As you can see, there's decontamination before that, and there's also decontamination before laboratory on Mira. However, the skeleton has no laboratory, thus no need for decontamination. Pretty easy to explain. Kinda sus. This is just a way of calling people sus. I don't really see a mystery here. Red has the highest imposter rates. This is actually not true, because you'll see that red is just used in most of the Among Us promotional images as the imposter, which is why people believe it. However, according to this Reddit user right here, you'll see that red, while having quite a high imposter rate, does not have as high of an imposter rate as orange. But keep in mind that the imposters are completely random, so. Crewmates unused animations. I looked forever through all the game files. There are no unused animations. I assume this one was just a joke or something, so. Nothing to see here. Let's move on. Among Us ASMR animation and songs. I just figured out this existed, and I'm just baffled. It's so weird. They just stand in front of the camera with their, like, little Among Us suit on. They're like, Red's looking a little sus. We need to go press the emergency meeting button. I think the body is in navigations. O2 and Reactor are too easy to sabotage. This one actually makes sense, because, like, how can the imposter just sabotage O2 or Reactor from across the map completely? But then again, when you think about it, I mean, it is a being that has some sort of, what's it called? Sharp tongue. It can instantly travel through vents. Really, they probably have some sort of sabotage device they can use. What's the difference between imposters and crewmates? You'll notice that imposters have some sort of sharp tongue, and on top of that, they have an unhingeable jaw of some sort. However, maybe everybody has this and only imposters choose to use it to their advantage. Makes you think, huh? Need O2 despite wearing spacesuits. There's really a few explanations for this. First of all, they could be needing O2 in order to do experiments and such on the ship. Or the crewmates are wearing some sort of hazmat suits. Or the suit is actually their skin. Because you can see there's no separation between the suit and their flesh when you look at the body. So realistically, their skin could be the suit. Green and orange made aqua. This one sounds confusing at first, but it makes a lot of sense once you look into it. On the wallet, which you can see when doing card swipe, you can actually see green and orange standing over a shorter aqua, which is probably their child. You might be like, oh, maybe Aqua's just shorter. But as we know, all adult crewmates are actually the same size, 3'6", which is quite short, but you know what, it still proves my point. How did Among Us get popular out of nowhere? This one's actually pretty easy to explain. So I played on mobile back when the game was released, and there was a pretty solid player base already, just on mobile, and it was even recommended on the front of the Google Play Store, so it was already a relatively popular game. Then after the announcement of Among Us 2 and the cancellation of Among Us 1, I assumed that streamers just started picking up the game, leading to rapid growth. Game theory. Really, all Game Theory's video is just a compilation of strategies for Among Us. There's really nothing to see here. Among Us child abandonment and murder. I can't find much on this, but I assume it has to do with either pets or the earlier theory. On one hand, if the crewmate has a mini crewmate pet and the crewmate dies, then the mini crewmate will sit very sadly and abandoned on the body. On the other hand, if Orange and Green raised Aqua, that means that they killed their own children if they're imposters, so who knows how many other parents and children are aboard the ship. It's a bit dark to think about, but, you know, theory's there. The rest of the dropship. For a while, I've just believed that the dropship is part of the Skeld. Now that I think about it, it just can't be. Like, there's no door leading to it on the Skeld. So, we've only seen two sides of the dropship. The one with the seats, and the one that drops us off on Polis. This could just be possibly the entire ship, just these two sides. But maybe it isn't. Maybe it's planned for a future map. We may never know. No crewmates on the map before landing. This is actually pretty believable for Mira, but the rest of the maps are shaky. With Mira, it is lore that you arrive there on the Skeld, and the same thing happens with Polis. But in the Polis trailer, you can see that the crewmates are already on the planet. You're just, like, I guess, filling in for them on their shift. And the Skeld is just a ship. It just takes you from one place to another. It's safe to assume the crewmates have used it hundreds of times. Only laptop in the game is in the dropship. This just isn't true. If you go to free play mode, you can actually see the laptop on every single map, so... yeah. Beimposter.exe. In free play mode, to switch to the imposter, you click on the beimposter.exe program living inside of the laptop. Does this mean that the imposters are some sort of computer program instead of a living organism? Definitely something to think about, but I don't really believe it. It's probably just a oversight by the developers. Crewmates can't use vents. This one always puzzled me. It's either because the crewmates are stupid, or they don't want to be imposter food by jumping into a tight, secluded area with a possible imposter. Among Us and Henry Stickmin are in the same universe. I 100% guarantee this is true. There are Henry Stickmin pets, there is an Among Us poster and plushies in Henry Stickmin. A Henry Stickmin inspired map is literally coming to the game soon. And also there is a theory, which I'm going to talk about a little later, that goes even further into this, and I just think it's true. Connected universe. Among Us release date. I actually got in contact with the creator of the Iceberg for this one because it confused me. There's really no mystery here. Mira HQ has a portal. Honestly, I just don't know. I assume this has something to do with the reactor looking similar to some sort of portal. Or it could be an explanation as to how the imposters can access every vent on the map as if they're all connected. Or alternatively, they think that the crewmates teleported into Mira HQ from the ship because there's no actual, like, door you can see. But honestly, I don't really know. Crewmates and imposters can teleport. Due to a client-side bug, sometimes people can just teleport through doors. Would also explain how imposters navigate vents so quickly, but we can't really be sure. Room codes changed from 4 to 6 because of China. As Google states, in China, 4 is an unlucky number synonymous with death. But I think that the 6-digit room codes was made to ensure that the player cap wouldn't be hit. It is a really cool theory though, and I wish it was true. Characters are the bottom half of Teletubbies.
What the fuck?
Mira HQ's 11 other floors. You can see from the outside that Mira HQ has many floors, but we only get to explore one. Most likely, Mira HQ is just some sort of large office building and we aren't missing much. But who knows, maybe they might add a Mira HQ 2 in the future once they get more devs or something. I don't really know. Someone dug the holes on Polis. Yes, somebody actually definitely did dig the Polis holes. I believe it's some sort of maintenance tunnel, considering one big hole is made by the drill, and some other holes have like yellow caution tape and such around them. So probably they were going to put wiring down there, or they're just maintenance tunnels or something. Crewmates are the remains of the Toppat clan. I really like this theory, and I wanted to talk about it. I even made a TikTok about it. But this theory actually holds up pretty well. First, the Toppat clan airship has similar sounds to the Among Us sounds, and of course is coming to the game. There are a ton of Toppat clan hats in Among Us. The airship map, as I said, is coming to the game, and you can see even more Toppat clan related items coming to the game as well. There are Among Us plushies everywhere in Henry Stickmin. The Toppat clan literally has a rocket, and if you see inside the rocket in the new Henry Stickmin game, it has the same vents as Among Us, and even the same walls as the Skeld, which is crazy. You can also see in this scene, it looks like Henry is almost inside of the reactor from Among Us, and you would think, oh, but Henry is too big to fit in the reactor. But no, if you look at the Henry Stickmin pet, you can see his size, and you know what, it could probably line up pretty well, and you could probably see that he could fit inside of the reactor. That was a lot of things, but yeah, I do believe that the crewmates are the remains of the Toppat clan. It makes sense. Among Us spies. There are 3 different things on this iceberg that all boil down to Among Us trained spies. This is stupid. If they were making a spy training program, it wouldn't be made by 3 indie devs, let's be honest here. Innersloth is owned by Devolver Digital. There's no other way to say this, it just isn't. There's probably a theory because Among Us blew up at a similar time to Fall Guys, but it just isn't true, no sources ever said it was. A 2018 Among Us gameplay. So apparently the do not research portion of this was actually just a joke made by the creator of the Iceberg. But there actually is a 2018 Among Us gameplay, or Alpha 2018 Among Us gameplay. It looks super rough around the edges, but I would recommend you check it out. It's actually really cool looking to see how the game looked like back then. When someone dies in the game, someone dies in real life. Well, we all know that this is stupid, but it got me interested, so I wanted to see how many people die per minute in real life versus how many people die per minute in Among Us. Apparently about 120 people die per minute in the real world, at least according to Google. However, about 5,000 crewmates die every minute, so I guess that's pretty easy to disprove this theory. Among Us X Fall Guys. Researching this one has shown me some truly horrifying things, which I would prefer not to comment on. Please subscribe, for I have traumatized myself just for your entertainment.
Like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever the fuck you want.